there. We're out here at Clem Richardson Stadium. It's pretty cool out here, some clouds in the sky. Sun's not in our face. I'm here with my partners, Robert Hodges and Jaden Gainey. Guys, what do you think Davidson's got to do to win out here tonight?
Well, I think Davidson needs to be aggressive this year because last year they were playing really passive. So in order for them to beat Baker, they need to be really aggressive.
Yeah, I agree with you, Robert. Looks like Davidson's going to line up here to take the first snap. Under center at quarterback, we have number 4, Bryce Fick. Then we have 3 running backs behind him. Looks like Bryant's going to have 3 linebackers behind there. They're going to toss it back to number 9, Derek Butler. He'll take it up the middle, but gets stopped before he can make a gain. I think that'll be maybe a loss of 1, bringing up 2nd down and 10.
This is exactly the kind of plays that Davidson needs to limit this game. This is going to be a real offensive game for both teams, with, of course, Josh Flowers being the opposing quarterback. And with Bryce Fick being a pretty good quarterback and Derek Butler being Coach Collier said he was the best running back they have on the team, and he's excited to see him this year. We're going to need some pretty big run plays from Davidson this game.
Looks like they're going to call a timeout here. Davidson needs to discuss something in the huddle.
What do you think the key of this game is, Steven?
I think Davidson's got to be able to get that run game down. I was talking to Coach Miller today, the quarterback coach, and he says they weren't really focusing on a pass game all this week. They were really trying to work on that run game. So if they can just figure out what they need to do and start pushing that, then I think they'll be able to beat down this Baker team.
That's a good point. Especially against a very offensive team like Baker, you're going to need every point you can get. So getting down the field on the run game and even throwing some passes, that's going to be key on this game.
Yep. Line back up here for 2nd and 10. Looks like they'll keep the same formation. So will Baker. Takes a snap. He's going to toss it. Number 6, Quintarius Wheeler, will take it out to the side. Gain of about 3 there, bringing up 3rd and 3. Robert, do you think Davidson's going to go for a pass here or maybe try and run it again?
I think they're trying to break down Baker's defense and see what they can do to get past their defense in order to continue the run.
Yeah, try to break out that front line. Davidson in the huddle here. Looks like they're going to put Bryce back there with running back. 4 guys out in the field, 2 slot and 2 wide outs. He'll take the snap. He's going to roll out, try to get it off, but they crushed him. He's going to throw it down for an incomplete pass. Man, they will just get in that line right there. Not very good blocking from Davidson. Hopefully they'll be able to stop the Bryant defense next time. That'll bring up 4th and about 15. They'll bring out the kicking squad.
Yeah, that's a tough 3 and out, starting the game off. Something you don't really want to see as an offensive team. But fortunately, Davidson's team is full of youngsters. They had a couple freshmen starting at varsity level last year and the year before, so Coach Collier put emphasis on these guys are juniors now, so they're kind of developed. So hopefully this defense can come out and really just stuff this Baker offense.
Jonah Long here, out here for the punting squad. Flag on the field. Maybe a delay of game on Davidson.
Flag on the play.
Yep, they're going to move Davidson back about 10 here.
Out of back, the Warriors up 5 yards.
Oh, 5, excuse me. Maybe a false starter. Here comes the punt. Nice movement on that ball. He'll get it down to about the 45. Bryant guy will jump on it. That'll give Bryant the ball. What do you think Davidson's going to come out here and do defensively, Robert?
Oh, well, I think defensively what they should do, I think they're going to try and attack for the quarterback. Davidson this year has some pretty big dudes, so I think they should be able to get through their O-line. So let's see how it plays out.
All right, looks like we got the defensive starting lineup out here. I like what you were saying about some of those big dudes out there. We got some monsters out there on the line.
Coach Collier put emphasis on one name in particular. He said the senior defensive lineman James Williams, who had 52 tackles last year, he's looking to be a leader on the defensive line.
Yeah, they have him lined up out there on a DN right there. He's going to come in on a blitz. Quarterback will option it to himself. Take a nice run there. Good blocking to about gain of 7, bringing up 2nd and 3, excuse me.
That's the kind of runs you get with Josh Flowers. He's a very hard quarterback to contain. I actually had an offer from the University of Alabama as a sophomore. Nick Saban used the word limitless in describing his play, and we're going to find out tonight if he's limitless or not, I guess.
Hopefully we will find his limit.
Robert, what do you think the key to stopping a quarterback like Josh Flowers is?
Well, in my opinion, I don't think they should blitz him as much because, like you said, he's limitless. And as we've seen from the first play, and as we can see now, he likes to run the ball. So blitzing and attacking him probably would not be the best idea for Davidson right now.
You look like Josh Flowers couldn't find anyone he wanted to give the ball to. Ran forward for about 5. That'll be a good gain for a first down. First down of the game for either sides.
That's what makes him so dangerous, Steven, is that if there's no one to pass the ball to, he'll find some yardage for himself. And good open field tackling by Davidson. I mean, back to the fundamentals on that one, and that's exactly what you need to stop him sometimes.
Looks like they're going to hand it off here. Looks like he lost the ball. Can't see who came up with it. Davidson's pointing their side. Looks like the Warriors are going to get the ball. Way to keep their heads up after a tough first down. Looks like they're going to give their offense a second chance here. You know, if you're the offense over there after going 3 and out, you got to look at your guys on the defense and say, hey, thanks, guys.
So it's a great play by Davidson. I mean, getting the ball back this early against such an elite offense. I mean, both of them being offensive teams. You know, last year Baker won the shootout 50-35.
Looks like we have the offensive starting lineup out here. Bryce Fickle line up under center. He's going to hand it off to number 22 down the middle. He'll get stopped after a gain of about 3. That was Tremaine Barnes. Looks like Davidson really is trying to push this running game right here. Hopefully they'll be able to find a gap somewhere in Baker's defense.
There's one thing that's going to be for sure this game is if both teams keep running the ball like they are, both defenses are going to be worn out by the fourth quarter. This might just be a game of attrition at this point.
Looks like they'll line up in the same formation and the same play, but this time to number 9, Derek Butler. He'll run up the middle, and he's still going, fighting for a couple extra yards. That'll be a game of 2, bringing up 3rd and 5.
You know, they're really trying to pick up from that momentum from that fumble, but I really do think they should stop running the ball because Baker's defense has proven that it's not going to get through right now.
Yeah, Baker's defense is getting heavy up on that front line. Davidson may need to pull out a pass here, but like last drive, their pocket's got to be able to protect the quarterback.
All right, if Davidson can get that run game to 3 or 4 yards of carry, they will win this football game. They will score every play or every drive by running 3 yards every play. So
quarterback will fake the handoff. He's got a little wheel route going out there. That'll get it. Big gain. He's got more room to run. He gets to the 30, takes a nice cut. Derek Butler there to about the 30. Good catch, but we've got 2 flags down.
That is a block in the back, though, unfortunately, with the flag on the play. Number 15, wide receiver, blocked him in the back, so it should get brought back to like the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it was a great play, great execution by Davidson. I mean, that play action really worked. Bryce really sold it on that one.
Yeah, that was a good pass. Unfortunately, just had a guy who couldn't keep up with the play, came out with a hard block.
And as Robert was saying about the run game and the passing game, I mean, he's definitely got a point. The passing game needs to be functional in a game like this, and that's exactly where the play action passes come into play. As we saw there, they bit on the run. They thought they were running the football, and then it turned out to be a 10-yard game.
And just a shout out to our viewers, you know, we've got some new tech this season. Look out for some replays coming up soon. Davidson in a huddle deciding what they want to do, talking to the coach.
Oh, that got sent all the way back. Was that a false start or delay game? They didn't even give the yardage after the play.
Must have been, but I thought the flags came in a little bit late.
I definitely saw the ref blow a block in the back over on this near sideline, the Baker sideline. But it must have been another flag, a holding or something.
Yep. Davidson will line up here with 3rd down and about 4 to go. They'll line up with 2 guys beside the quarterback, 3 guys out wide. Takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to number 10. He gets a good run. I think that'll give him the first down here.
That's a first down, Warriors. Tremaine Barnes, all the run.
The offensive line for Davidson has been opening up some holes this game. I mean, whenever the defense isn't blitzing the gap that they're specifically running through, I mean, we got a replay on screen right here as he runs through that gap pretty efficiently.
Yeah, good first down for Davidson here. Hopefully that'll give him some momentum to fight through this drive. Come out again here. Bryce Fick under center. 2 guys to his right. Snap the ball, toss it out to Derek Butler. He'll take it wide. Big hole there, nice blocking. He'll get a gain of about 8. Oh, but he lost the ball. And it looks like Baker will get it. Yeah, that's something you just can't give up, especially at the beginning of a game like this. You gotta have some momentum to work with.
Both defenses are proving to their coaches that they can get some stops out there, but Davidson, they can't afford to take any losses like this, and Baker can't either. So we'll see how this turns out for both teams.
Yeah.
Stephen and Robert, after a couple of great play calls by Davidson and some good executed plays, a penalty takes away a 20-yard gain, and then after a really good run by Derek Butler fumbling the ball, what does that do to your offense?
Yeah, you got to wonder what Coach Colley is just telling them right now on that sideline. You know, guys, we've worked on this stuff in practice. You know, we're not playing around here. This is a real game. We've got to compete. Looks like they'll hand it off to number 9. He'll get a good gain there for about 8. Davidson's got to be able to stop that run if they hope to stay in this game. Number 9 there, Roderick Taylor.
Seems like both teams are saving their quarterback's running ability and just really handing it off to the halfback over and over again, which is, you know, it's a stamina saver for your quarterback. Both teams know they have to use their quarterback later in this game. Right, Robert?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Looks like he's looking for a deep pass here. He's got a guy open at the middle of the field. Oh, gets rid of it. Good throw there. Toe tapper, but he couldn't hold on to it. That was a good job by the O-line there. Never was able to collapse the pocket.
I mean, it was a great play for every aspect of the game. I mean, the defensive line couldn't get any pressure on them.
Looks like we got a sideline report here coming up in just a second.
You know, it was an unfortunate drop for Baker, but we're going to take it down to the sideline.
Back. Some technical difficulties, but we're back at the game.
I mean, that was some real insight from our sideline, Steven.
Nope. All right, both teams coming back out here. Fresh start for both guys. Hopefully the coaches said some things in the huddle to give these teams a new fire. You know, I got to tell you, with this early in the game, it's starting to look like a late game to me already.
It's actually funny how much emphasis that we've put on these offensive teams. All three of us have said these offenses are great, and then they've come out in, 2 turnovers, a 3 and out? Like, it's looking to be a complete opposite game as to what the three of us expected it was going to.
Looks like Davidson will put 4 guys on the line this time. They'll hand it off, but it looks like he lost the ball again. Baker able to pick it up. Looks like we're going to go back down to the sideline here at the 30.
My name is Kelvin Edwards, and welcome to Clem Richardson Stadium. I will be your side reporter for tonight. It's really humid here, but that's just weather mobile for you. It's a great game. Our side looks amazing. They really showed out with the blackout theme. And back to you guys in the booth.
All right. That was some pretty good insight from Kelvin there, you know. Looks like there's flags on the play.
Currently on the play is a false start against Baker.
False start against Baker.
4th and 6.
Wow, that's a, you know, with a running offense, 4th and 1 is a lot more manageable than 4th and 6. I mean, 4th and 1, you might contemplate going for it, right? Like,
That'll bring on the
Yeah.
punt team for
Big
Baker.
break there for Davidson.
Number 9, DJ Butler back to return for the Warriors.
Baker will bring out the punting squad here.
I mean, to flip it on its head, Robert, I mean, we've been talking about the offense the whole time. How has the defense been looking this game?
Oh, defenses for both teams have been great. The momentum has been flipping sides for each drive, but it depends on who can keep that ball the longest. It depends on who can have the longest momentum and see who can score at the end.
Good punt there from Baker. That'll give Davidson the ball around the 23.
Will set up 1st and 10 for
Da-
Davidson.
You think maybe Davidson will come out here with a new plan to attack, or just keep trying what they're trying?
I think they're going to keep trying what they're trying. From so far, it looks like both teams are going to keep trying for that run to see if they can find at least one gap and find a weakness on either side to see if they can get past and at least score.
I agree completely. I think it's too early to abandon the game plan that you set this week. You know, first quarter, it's not that they've shown complete failure. Davidson's been looked relatively good. They've had some mistakes, but, I mean, where are the defense?
He'll hand it off to number 22, Tremaine Barnes, excuse me.
Will set up 2nd and 8 for Davidson.
Gain of 2 there, bring up 2nd and 8.
Both running backs have been running really well this game for Davidson.
Yeah, they've been running, but not too many big gains. We're going to have to see some big gains here if Davidson wants to get some first downs.
Right, and the longer Davidson stays out there in the run game and passing game, it tires out the defense, but it also applies to the running backs. The longer that they run the football, the more tired they're going to get. We're going to see a lot more fumbles this game than we already have if they get even more tired.
Looks like there's going to be a timeout here
Timeout on the field.
with the referees.
Robert, what do you think both teams are discussing of this timeout and this break?
Well, Davidson's obviously discussing what side they should go on in order to get past Baker's defense so they can get a long yard going on right here so they can at least score. And Baker, they're probably talking about they should keep going, keep attacking on how they are attacking currently, because right now it is proving that it's stopping Davidson.
That's a great point.
Both teams will come back out here from the huddle. Looks like Bryce Fick will line up with 2 halfbacks beside him and 2 wideouts and 1 slot receiver to his right. Davidson will take the snap here. He's going to fake the handoff, roll out, keep moving backwards, but he's got a guy wide open there for a big gain. That'll give him a first down. Good catch there. Even better pass. Heads up play from Bryce Fick there. He was moving backwards, had a guy on top of him, but he was able to get the ball over him for a first down gain.
So there's a whole lot to unpack with that play. Davidson did so many things well that play. Bryce Fick threw the cross-body pass, the comeback route. It was just a great play. Here's the replay.
You can see Bryce Fick rolling back there. Throws a deep pass, and he was able to hold on to it.
So that was a perfectly executed play.
On the run, first down, gain of 3, bring up 2nd and 7 for Davidson.
Tremaine Barnes with a run there to bring up 2nd down and 7. If Davidson keeps playing like they've been playing this drive and opens up that passing game along with the running game, it's really going to hurt Bryant, who won't be able to focus on either one. Bryce Fickle, he's going to drop the snap here, but he's able to pick it back up. He's rolling out. Nice little bubble pass there to number 9. Derek Butler's going to get a stiff arm there. Try to stay in bounds, just couldn't hold on. Another big run. Big gains by Davidson here to get some momentum. He'll get down to about the 40.
And Robert, we've seen from these last couple passes alone that Bryce Fick has had great accuracy with his passes. That high pass on that one right over the linebacker trailing him on the quarterback spy. And then the pinpoint pass on the comeback route last play on the cross-body pass. Is Bryce Fick going to be the game changer this game?
Oh, yeah, I agree. Bryce has proven that he has great field vision based off what we've seen off these 2 plays.
Derek Butler able to stay up. 2 missed tackles there from Baker. Got a gain of 4 there. Look, Davidson seems like they have a new life in them, a new fire. 2 big passes from Bryce Fick, and then a big run there from Derek Butler. If they're able to keep with this, I'd say this drive ends with 6.
I agree completely. The last drive was mistake after mistake, from the penalty to the fumble. I mean, as long as they don't make any more mistakes this drive, it should end up in 6.
Bryce Fick will line up here with 4 guys out to the sides. Take the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keep. He'll run up the middle, able to stay up for a gain of a couple yards there. Gain of about 4 maybe. 3rd and 1 here for Davidson. You got to wonder, are they going to run it here or maybe try to play action it and throw another little bubble pass to Derek Butler?
Well, before this quarter ends, they probably should throw another pass in order to get closer to the touchdown.
I agree with you.
And this drive is done, even if it doesn't end in points, they have wore down this defense. This defense is running all over the field trying to catch up with Bryce Fick and his receivers. And this is a great Davidson drive already.
Davidson having some miscommunication on the line. Looks like they got their guys set up. He's going to throw a screen pass out there. Oh, my gosh. A big pass there. He's got a guy open, but he overthrew it. Perfect play there. Just couldn't keep the ball down. Derek Butler showing off some quarterback skills there. Is like a modern-day Derrick Henry,
I bet Derek Butler wishes he had that one back. I mean,
yeah.
What an open play. It's a great play call, real gutsy play call. But, I mean, do you really expect your running back to make a 40-yard pass?
Well, he made a 50-yard pass, apparently. He just needed to bring it down some. Didn't know his own strength.
If he had that Bryce Fick accuracy, he would have made the play, right?
Yeah. Looks like Davidson's going to go for it on 4th down.
Wow, Robert, what do you think is going to happen here on this play? Do you think they're going to pass or run?
Well, based off looking at it, might be another run.
Looks like a pitch.
Yeah, he is going to pitch it out here to Derek Butler. He got a good hole. I think he fought for it and got the first down. Yeah. Nice run there. Derek Butler is, you were talking about Bryce Fick being the game changer, but if Derek Butler keeps hitting this, we may have the whole team as game changers, Every guy showing up tonight.
After last game, the score was 50-35 against Baker, and Coach Cawley said in the preseason they were looking forward to playing Baker. They just lost the offensive shootout, and, look at Coach Cawley's play calling. It's oozing confidence, guys. I mean, he's calling gutsy plays. Really, he's not holding anything back right here tonight.
Hand it off here to number 9, Derek Butler. He's got another good hole he's going to run through. Get stopped at about the 34. 2nd and 1 here.
Davidson's O-line is doing a good job holding Baker's defense and creating separation so Derek can get through the hole and get some good yardage.
Right, I think Robert's spot on with that one. I think as long as Davidson get to the second level of defensive players every play on the run game, then they're going to have success tonight. And he's right, the O-line is blocking tremendously. They're opening up holes, and it's looking like a real football game right now.
Looks like Davidson will try to get 1 or 2 more plays in before the end of this quarter. Maybe they come out with something gutsy here to end it. Nope, they're going to hand it off to Tremaine Barnes, who has a nice hole there. The guy misses a tackle. He's going to run in for the touchdown. Man, amazing run there from Tremaine Barnes. A great block there on the edge, and then a nice move to get that. We have the replay right there. Oh, guy at the 20 fell down. Self-tackleization. Looks like they'll come out here for a kick. Yep.
The halfback, when the whole team runs one way and the halfback runs the other way, he kind of shifts his momentum. It's lethal for defense to read, and Baker was not ready for it. Robert, how good was that drive for the Davidson?
Oh, missed snap here from the kicking team. Number uno, Jonah DeLongo will hop on it in time. That'll bring the score to 6. Davidson, Baker 0.
So what did you guys think about that drive from Davidson?
Oh, that was a great drive from Davidson. As all 3 of us said, this momentum is going to be a game changer for both teams. From the 2 fumbles from both teams in the beginning, and Davidson's defense, it's going to look like a battle between these 2 teams right now.
Yeah, I think that drive is a high of what Davidson can get to in this game and for the rest of the season. We've got that great run game, and then we have that passing game to take some heat off the run game, and then we can pull out a run like Tremaine Barnes got, and Baker couldn't stop it.
That drive was perfect from start to finish, except the special teams at the end. Made a slight mistake. What does that 1 point do for you guys at the end of the game? Like, what does that 1 point mean?
Yeah, those missed extra points can really come back to haunt you. But first kick of the game for the special teams there, they've got to, get used to it. Maybe got a new long snapper or something. Hopefully they'll get the hold of it.
All right, some nerves. The butterflies in his stomach got to him on that one, and just let it go past him.
Kick here. Lots of distance on there. It'll get to the end zone. They'll take it for a touchback. Leaves about 25 seconds in the quarter for Baker to try to do something. You think they'll maybe try and score here or just wait till the end of the quarter?
Well, the only thing the quarter does is shift the field. They don't lose the ball or anything. So I think they're just going to take it slow, methodical like Davidson just did, and they're not going to – neither of these teams have to rush. I mean, mistakes are mistakes, and they just need to take it as slow as they could possibly take a drive to limit these mistakes. We did see the gutsy play by Davidson, but I don't think Baker's going to try something like that on this drive.
What you said was just perfect. Rushing it would be the worst thing that both teams can do right now. As we saw in the beginning, their rushing it caused their mistakes and could potentially just keep this game at a standstill.
Baker's going to motion a guy across. They'll hand it off to the running back who's going to take a cut to the outside, but Davidson able to collapse that O-line, stop him for a gain of 0. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Davidson able to stick with the guy with the ball there. That was a nice stop.
Everybody knows the classic saying of football, the game is won in the trenches, right, guys? And that's just very apparent on this game. The Davidson defensive line's been playing great. The Davidson O-line's been playing great. If they can keep this up, this is definitely going to be a W for Davidson.
And with that, we'll come to the end of the first quarter with a score of 6-0, Davidson up. You think these teams will maybe, work on some tweaks a little bit and what they've been missing, or you think they'll just keep sticking with their game plan now that it's working out for Davidson?
I think Davidson's just going to stick with their game plan currently.
All right, and we're going to look at our Smart Artist of the Week here, new segment showing off great student athletes or drum festivals inspires him to practice more and improve his skills. He balances school and band by scheduling time for schoolwork and practice separately. He is an AP Scholar and an Epic Minor. He also participated in the pre-IB program at Davidson. Good job, Elias. Teams will come back out here for the second quarter. Bryant has the ball at the 20.
Robert, what do you think Baker's thinking right now? What do you think is going on in the Baker's offensive line and just their whole offensive mind right now?
Oh, Baker's offense is definitely trying to figure out how to hold our defense back right now because obviously they cannot stop them.
Quarterback option, he's going to get a ton of holes in it. About 5 missed tackles there from Davidson. That's got to have your coordinator pretty angry over there on the sidelines. You got to work on wrapping up and bringing him down. First down for Baker there.
I think Baker's definitely about to let Josh Flowers off the leash on this one. And if Josh Flowers starts going rampant, Robert, what do you think Davis is going to have to do to stop him if he starts playing like he's just played?
Oh, that's a great question because Davidson's obviously going to have to keep some dudes in the back to try and stop him from gaining any extra yards.
Screen pass there, pretty overthrown. No chance to catch it. Hopefully that'll give Davidson the breather they need to try to recuperate and get back on the ball. This Davidson defensive line has really been able to collapse the pocket all game with number 99, James Williams, being a leader out there. I talked to Coach Colley earlier this week, and he said that one of the biggest things that he's been proud of with his team has been the leadership. He's had a lot of leaders that he's had struggle over the past with young guys, but he has a ton of seniors able to lead this team. Looks like they're going to look for a pass here, but a flag on the play.
Multiple flags on the field.
Multiple flags.
I think Coach Colley he's put emphasis on the right things. You know, certain coaches at the high level, and Nick Saban's one of them, he puts very high emphasis on leadership. If you can't be a leader on the team, then you're not going to get as much playing time as you want to. And it's great to hear that Davidson has a lot of leaders on the team. That's what, especially at a high school level, leaders have to be prevalent on a team. Your team is not going to play good if they don't have leaders on it. And we've seen leadership on the Davidson defense.
Yeah, false start here from Baker. That'll back them up 5. Baker looking towards the sidelines, looking for what play they're going with here. Josh Flower, 4 guys out to his sides. He takes a snap. He's going to look for a deep pass here. He's got a guy wide open with a cut route. Nice catch there from number 3, Bryce Kane. Not enough for the first, though, bringing about 3rd down and 6.
That's where that false start kills you, right, guys? I mean, that should have been a first down, but mistakes will cost you.
I got to say, this is a big 3rd down for Baker, you know. I'm not going to say make or break the game, but it's still pretty early. But, you know, so for momentum-wise and keeping up with Davidson.
I mean, it's only a 1-possession game, so Baker doesn't necessarily have to score before the half. They've got to at least provide some form of offensive pushback. I mean, they can't just keep turning the ball over.
Screen route there from Baker. Good blocks, but he's going to fall victim to self-tackleization. Angry after that one. But Baker does pull out with the first down there, moving the ball forward to about the 40. 45.
Now, I did notice that Davidson's defense is kind of collapsing right now. Is it because they're not used to the passing so early on as much as they were used to in the first quarter with all the running? So what do you guys think that's going to happen?
I think Baker's really pulling out with some nice blocks here on these screen routes. They may keep trying to stick with that. Looks like they're going to do it again to number 4. Oh, he cuts inside, able to get in a few guys, but Davidson's there to stop him for a gain of about 4.
Baker's moving down the field at pace right now. They are really pushing that offensive tempo right now. It's exactly what we saw from Davidson last drive, actually. Other than that one penalty by Baker, it's also a relatively smooth sailing drive.
Looks like Davidson's going to have to find a way to stop this screen pass from Josh Flowers. Josh Flowers with 2 running backs beside him. He'll fake the handoff, take a hole up there. Oh, missed tackle there, but he's able to hold on to him, and he's still going, spinning around to get to about the 25. A big gain there. Josh Flowers showing off that athleticism that apparently Nick Saban was a fan of, and I can see why. That was a good play from him there. Replay there. We couldn't hold on to him like we needed to. Baker moving at an amazing speed here. Davidson's got to find a way to dig in and win this battle in the trenches, like you said.
Right, and even if Baker scores here, Davidson's got to capitalize on 8 more minutes left in the game, or in the half, pardon me. They're going to have to come out and play like this too.
Quarterback keeper out to the wide. He's going. He's got a lot of room out there on the side. He's going to cut in, flag in the play, but he'll go down and about the 1. Maybe a hold there or a block in the back. We have the replay here. He's going in for the touchdown. Looks like they're going to call a hold on number 4, I believe.
Davidson definitely caught a break, guys.
Yeah, big break for Davidson there. That could have hurt him.
I agree with you because that momentum would have shifted quickly if Josh Flowers was able to score on that drive.
Wow, they brought that play all the way back.
Yeah,
they might have lost yards on the play.
Have to bring out the oxygen tank for those O-line guys. They're getting a little winded out there.
Have to bring out, yeah, definitely got to bring out the water bottles. Got to recharge them. You know, now that we've seen a quarter and a half, Robert, of Josh Flowers, who do you think he plays? Like, give us a comparison. Who do you think he plays like?
I don't know. I've got to say, oh man, big stop there in the backfield for Davidson. But I hate to cliche him, but he's a Lamar Jackson to me. You know, everyone's like, oh, he's gonna run every time, but he can pull out a deep ball every once in a while.
Right, Robert. What do you think as well? Like, this guy's phenomenal.
Oh, I agree. He is like almost the definition of a option QB. He can either run or he can pass. And it depends on the moment. It depends if the time is right. If they need him to run, he'll run it. And if they need him to pass, he will pass.
I'm saying, not only to mention that, he's a two-sport athlete, guys. He's a basketball phenom. He's great on the court and the field.
Motion a guy across again. Baker will take the snap. He looks for a pass here. He's going to throw it deep. Big pass, number 3 open. Oh, but Davidson able to break it up. Amazing defensive play there from number 21. 21, big play there. Aaron Hill, man, able to break up that ball before number 3 could get to it. Bryce Kane.
That was great. He was watching that ball, trying to see where it was going, and he spotted it perfectly before he went over there and stopped that ball from getting caught.
Right. I mean, Robert hit it right on the head as well. The play recognition from him on that play, like, he saw the ball was over his head. He did not panic at all. Without him acting like that, that's an easy touchdown. That was a great pass by Josh Flowers and even better defensive play.
Looks like there was a flag or something we missed. That'll move Baker forward. Pass interference, maybe. I don't agree with it.
No,
not to be biased.
I don't know. That seemed about as clean as you could get on that one.
Yeah.
He played the ball, but pass interference or not, he still saved the touchdown. No question.
Yeah, sometimes 15 yards is better than 6 points on that board.
Right.
Some discussion from the refs here, some confusion.
One of them probably disagrees with the call. He's like, that was not a pass interference.
It looks like they're going to call it first down. Maybe they couldn't decide on the play. That will bring it to first down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Baker looking for a play from the sidelines here. Line up. They'll have 2 guys to his right. Motion the tight end across. Snap here. He hands it off to number 9. Davidson able to hold on to him, but he'll slip past him for a gain of about 6 here.
A gain of 6 on the play will make it 2nd and 4 for the Hornets.
Davidson has been able to get to these guys in the backfield, but they cannot hold on to them, which is something that they have to work on.
Yes, completing those tackles is really necessary for right now, especially since they're deep in the field and almost getting a touchdown.
Right, they were doing that well the first couple of drives. They had a couple of good open field tackles, and they were real fundamental football. And now it's kind of like arm tackles, and they're just bouncing off of Davidson's linebackers.
Looks like he's going to keep it here for a quarterback. He's got wide open space out there. That'll be 6 for Baker. Davidson couldn't get around to him in time. Just an amazing play from Josh Flowers there. Able to get to the outside. Good blocking from Baker. Davidson's got to be able to get past those guys.
And like I said previously, Josh Flowers will run the ball if he needs to. And right now, he needed to in order to get Baker on the scoreboard.
Baker will come out here for an extra point attempt. If they complete this, that'll put Baker up 7-6, which is pretty detrimental to the Warriors. That'll be good. Score 7, Baker 6, Davidson.
And that's where that extra point we were talking about comes in. Instead of it being tied with 6 minutes left in the half, it's now Davidson's down 1.
Yeah. I got to say, guys, it's a pretty nice turnout here tonight. Both student sections pretty full. Lots of fans on Baker's side and lots of fans across the field on Davidson's side. You know, you got to wonder if these student sections play a big part in the players' mind during the game.
They most definitely do, because if the student section is not cheering for them, that kind of affects their mental, and they're like, oh, wow, are we really playing as good as we're supposed to do?
I got to agree with you, Robert. Davidson will come back here to receive the kick with number 9, Derek Butler, out there. And number 6, Quinteris Wheeler.
Wheeler and Butler back to return the kickoff for the Warriors.
Here comes the kick. It's up. Get it at about the 5. He's going to come out here. He's going to cut to his right. Baker will stop him at about the 20. Not great field position here for Davidson. They've got a long way to climb. But I think if they come out and play how they played the last drive, we could see another touchdown here.
This is definitely an impact drive. This drive matters. Every drive matters, but this one is especially eventful. With 6 minutes left in the half, I mean, they could definitely get down and score a field goal, right?
Yeah.
Like 6 minutes is not a short amount of time, but Davidson's got to get on their horse and get down the field.
Bryce Fick out here with 2 guys beside him and then 3 out wide. He's going to take the snap here and hand it off to the running back. He's going to take it up the center, but gets stopped by Baker. Huge tackle right there.
Harrison on the run for Davidson with a gain of 1. Set up 2nd and 9.
That score obviously gave Baker some momentum. So right now their defense is going to come out attacking Davidson's offense right now.
Yeah, Davidson in the huddle here. You got to think maybe they want to pull out another one of those gutsy plays that are in Coach Colley's yearbook this year, apparently. Bryce Fick will line up under center. Maybe another toss play out here. Oh, he's going to fake it, play action. He's got another one of those little screen passes out there to number 22, Tremaine Barnes.
Pass complete to Barnes in the flat for no gain.
Another great open field tackle. That has definitely been the difference in this game, is if the defenses can play,
Timeout on the field.
you know, basic football, tackling properly, getting the guy down. That has been the difference. The first couple of drives that Davidson stopped Baker, great open field tackling. This drive, there's been 2 great, one gang tackle on the first play by the defensive line, and then this one was another great open field tackle by a cornerback.
Yeah, deep 3rd down here from Davidson. You got to hope they can, pull something out of the bag of tricks, so to say, to try to get the first down here. You got to think Coach Colley is telling his guys in that huddle, we've got to play like we want to win this game. It doesn't look like these guys are out here to win right now. Hopefully they'll be able to light something in their eyes.
I mean, this game's definitely been flipped on Davidson's head. I mean, Robert, what do you think they have to do to get back, to get the momentum back?
Well, obviously, I think they should get rid of the run game for right now, especially with 5 minutes left in the half. So in order for them to get down the field quickly, they need to start passing.
They definitely need to incorporate some more passes. They've been passing the ball well tonight when they have passed the ball.
Looks like they'll put Derek Butler out there in the slot. Maybe a pass play coming here. Bryce Fick will take it. He'll roll out, looking for a deep ball. He launches it. Overthrown again. That'll land out of bounds. If we're going to pull out these deep passes, we've got to be able to complete them. Can't just throw them out of bounds like that, bringing up 4th down.
I mean, now we have to ask ourselves, is that one drive by Davidson was that an anomaly? Was that a fluke? Because the other drives have not clicked at all, but that one seemed to be perfect.
Back to return for the Hornets.
I agree with you, but I just simply think it's just pressure going up against Baker's defense, as what we've been saying all night, is being phenomenal tonight. So being under that pressure, those players are probably thinking, what should we do?
Jonah Long out here to kick. He's got to get it pretty deep. False start there on Davidson. That's not what you need. Even more pressure on your punter.
Davidson's in a real tough spot here. The long snapper hasn't been snapping it with the most velocity on his snaps. This might get blocked for 6.
Jonah DeLonga, a senior this year, he's been with this team for a while. So I think he's one of the leaders on this team Coach Colley was talking about. He'll take the kick here. Pretty good movement on that one. It'll drop at about the 40. Looks like Davidson will touch it at about the 46-yard line. About 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first half.
Robert, what does this drive mean for Baker?
Oh, if Baker is able to score within these last 5 minutes, that's going to completely change the momentum of the game. That means Baker's going to come out in the second half ready to attack and possibly, no offense to anybody watching the stream, but almost kill Davidson right now.
Both teams looking for their first win of the season. Baker's 0-2 and Davidson's 0-1. I mean, both teams looking to prove something tonight.
Josh Flowers out there again, one running back with him. He'll fake the handoff, looking for a deep pass. He's rolling out. He's got a guy downfield. Oh, just a little bit behind him. Good defense there from Davidson, able to intercept the ball.
That is a tough pass, guys. But it was a great route, good defense. But if Josh Flowers would have got that right a little bit over and led the receiver, Davidson would have been down by 6 again.
Yeah, and that's got to worry you if you're over there on Davidson's side, because if they keep pulling plays like those, one of those is going to land, and that's going to hurt.
For sure.
Take the snap, but he's going to hand it off this time. Quarterback able to find a hole, but number 21 for Davidson able to stop him.
For a gain of 3.
Number 21, Aaron Hill again. He's been a big help for Davidson on defense, you know, broken up touchdown pass down there, and then a good tackle right there to bring up 3rd down and about 7.
He's definitely limited Baker's plays.
Josh Flowers lining up with 2 guys in the slot to his right. He's going to look for another deep pass here. He's got time. He's going to throw it, just over his guy down there to his left. That'll bring up 4th down.
Davidson is doing great right now, sticking with their man and making sure that no one is open so they can get a completed pass and possibly even a touchdown.
Here comes the punt team.
It looks like the quarterback coach or one of the coaches just got on to Josh Flowers after the end of that play, actually. Josh Flowers looking, you know, with a running quarterback, sometimes there's no pocket presence. And that was one of those plays that, if he had a pocket presence, he might have completed the pass.
Yeah, and he has plenty of time there in that pocket. You know, he's got to slow down and take the pass he needs. Punt there. Davidson will call a fair catch.
The punt is fair caught by DJ Butler.
Looks like we're going to go down here to Kelvin on the sideline, see what he has to say. All right, good sideline report there from Kelvin. Also some input from Baker there, it seems. Baker runs there for a gain of 7. Excuse me, Davidson runs there for 7. Davidson has got to pull another one of those out if they hope to score on this drive.
Right, like we were talking about Baker before, Davidson's got to have a good offensive drive this time. They have to. And even if they don't score, they have to stop Baker from scoring.
Bryce Fick under center here. He'll take the snap. Hand it off to number 9, Derek Butler. He's going to go in between some guys, and he's still up. Man, able to evade some tackles there. Some nice holes he could go through for a big gain. Give the 1st down to Davidson here.
Wow, Davidson needed that, right, Robert?
Yeah, I agree with you. Davidson's O-line is once again creating pockets that Butler can run through.
Davidson in the huddle here, talking about what they're going to do. Looks like they'll bring out the same formation. He's going to hand it off there to Tremaine Barnes again. Not able to get a huge gain of about 2 here. Looks like we're going to head back down to the sideline with Kelvin.
2nd and 8 for the Warriors.
Good evening. My name is Kelvin Edwards. I'm at Clem Richardson Stadium, and the score right now is 6-7 with Baker in the lead. Davidson can still come back. It's been a pretty great game right now. Still pretty humid. Band and color guard are absolutely killing it tonight, folks. And our wonderful student section there are just supporting us. They are absolutely amazing. Once again, Davidson can still come back, and we're just absolutely killing it. Thank you. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kelvin. I got to agree with you there. Big presence from our student section tonight. Band's not in the stands right now. They're getting ready for their halftime show. But, yeah, I got to say it's a nice turnout for this game. What you hope for your first home game for the season.
Right, and shout out to Baker for letting us use their field. Davidson doesn't have a field right now after the county put out of the LAD contract, and Davidson's having one constructed, and just shout out to Baker for letting us use their field as a home game.
Yeah, stadium looks to be pretty nice out there. I've seen them been building the bathroom houses. Those will be nice to have.
As long as they stay clean, right, guys?
They won't let me in there. Looks like Davidson will come out here.
And it's 2nd and 9.
For a second down with 9 yards to go. Looks like they'll keep the same formation again with Bryce Fick under center. Maybe they switch it up and try to do a pass play here to mess up Baker. Oh, they will pull out a play action. He's got a guy on a cut route down there. He'll throw it deep. Oh, guy was able to get back, but the ball was just a little overthrown. Goes out of bounds. These big passes this team both teams have been having. You know, they've had guys open, but ball is just a little bit over or underthrown, which, you know, you're going to get with these high school guys, but you've got to work on being able to complete the passes you need.
Both teams have definitely had some confident play calling. Neither team is back down from their opponent. The last drive, Baker called, what, 3 long passes, 3 deep passes, and now this drive, that was a pretty gutsy pass. And, I mean, it's been paying off for the teams. They've scored.
Looks like Davidson will switch up their formation here, going to go with another pass. Bryce Fick will change his mind and try to keep it. He loses the ball there. Baker's going to try to hop. Oh, he's going to pick it up there. Looks like he's going to try to take it to the house. Derek Butler back there. Amazing big stop from Derek Butler there, but it looks like a hard hit from the running back, but he was able to bring him down. Amazing heads-up play from Baker there to pick up the ball, but Derek Butler able to get back and make a huge tackle right there. That was what I like to call a big boy.
Game. That'll be the defining play of this game. Stopping Baker from scoring those points and then taking that in the half and changing your game plan up to stop this Baker defense.
But it's going to be a real tough stop here for the Davidson defense to try to stop Baker from scoring. You know, so many threats they got to work against. Josh Flowers on the pass, Josh Flowers on the run.
Just Josh Flowers.
Yeah.
The Baker offense has been pretty versatile tonight, I must say.
Josh Flowers will line up here with 2 guys to his left across the line. He'll hand it off to number 9. Davidson with a good tackle there. Leave Baker with a gain of about 5. Number 9, Roderick Taylor. That'll bring up 2nd and 5.
These mistakes are obviously costing Davidson right now. With Baker having great field position and almost scoring with 2 minutes left, do you guys think that Davidson is going to be able to get their act together in the second half and try to reduce these mistakes?
Yeah, I got to say, I think Coach Colley can give some good halftime speeches, maybe get Davidson back in there. Looked like some miscommunication there. Looks like Josh Flowers is going to keep it again, but Davidson able to hold on to him that time for a good stop.
This half has not been all bad for Davidson. This half is definitely salvageable. There was that one drive that was very good. There was the other drive where they played pretty well, just made some costly mistakes. And their defense has been playing well. This team put up 50 on Davidson last year. Now they've held them to 7, possibly 13, 14 in one half. I mean, it's improvement, but this halftime's going to have some changes.
Yeah, big third down here for Baker. And for Davidson also going to attempt to stop them from getting 6 here. Josh Flowers looking towards the sideline. He's going to motion his guy across. Timeout here from Baker. Looks like Josh Flowers couldn't get the play down. You never want to just go out there and say, we ball, you know.
For sure, those 5 yards are very costly right now. Like, those 5 yards are, that's half the goal line. That 5 yards is setting them back double the distance from the goal line. And these are the hardest yards to get in football. These 5 yards, these 10 yards, they're not easy to get at all. What do you think Baker's got to do here, Robert, to get these 5 yards?
Obviously, they got to get around these big old dudes that we have on Davidson, especially James Williams. He's like over 6 foot, has broad shoulders, and getting past him would be kind of hard since he has a long wingspan, so he's able to reach you and grab you and probably bring you down.
All right. Davidson defense lining up here. You can hear the sideline over here trying to get them ready for this huge play on the drive. Looks like they're going to pack their guys in on the line here. Baker will motion three guys across with a running back and a tight end and bring that slot receiver into the running back position. Josh Flowers will call Hutt here. Oh, he's going to miss the ball. He's going to have to try to run back. Davidson needs to get a tackle right here. They can't bring him down. They finally bring him down. Man, Davidson had a big stop there, but they almost gave it up. Able to hold on for no gain there, bring up 4th down. You think Baker will bring out the kicking squad?
I think they have to. As we said, minute 1 of this game, every point counts. They're going to need every point they could possibly get. This is a big 3 points right now, too. And, I mean, what a break by Davidson. Like, what a break. That Josh Flowers handoff, I'm sorry to say, but I don't think they were going to stop it. I think he was going to score.
Looks like the kick will be good, bringing the score to Baker 10, Davidson 6.
So do you guys think they're going to kneel it out? They're just going to take the halftime down 4? I think they're going to try to push the end zone with 40 seconds left.
I think they may kneel it out, but I don't know. I'm not a coach in high school, but if I was, I'd fake the kneel and go for a deep bomb right down the field. But I guess that's why I'm over here on the sidelines.
I don't know. Coach Colley did call that double pass earlier. He might fake kneel with Bryce Fick.
Or maybe pull out that double pass again. Hopefully Derek Butler can get it down this time. I don't know.
That would be great. That would be a momentum shifter, wouldn't it?
Maybe just a couple runs up the middle.
Get down, call timeout, a couple 20-yard runs. Yeah, I can see that happening.
Both teams talking on the sidelines right now.
The last thing Davidson wants to do is give the ball back to Baker.
Oh,
that would be a killer.
That would be.
Yeah, you got to really hold on to the ball right here. Looks like we'll have Derek Butler and Quinteris Wheeler back here to receive this kick.
And I think Baker gets the ball back at half, don't they? Davidson fielded the first kick.
Yep, they do.
Yeah, so Baker gets the ball back at half, which is, it doesn't look good for Davidson to start this half.
The kick is up. Looks like Derek Butler will take it at about the 10. He's running up. Oh, big hole there. He jumps over a guy, and then he evades another tackle. Big gain there, but he'll lose the ball. I can't see who came up with it. Looks like Baker did. It looks like they'll give Baker the ball. You know, Jaden, I don't want to say anything, but it kind of looks like you jinxed him there, man.
Well, it looked so good. 40-yard return into a fumble.
These mistakes are obviously costing Davidson right now. They need to end this like right now in order for them to win this game, because if they continue to make these mistakes in the second half, Baker's going to be able to capitalize and win this ball game.
This is the worst one of the game. If Josh Flowers comes out and scores even 3 points, like that is awful for Davidson. 3 points, because that extra point, they're up by 7. That's a whole touchdown. Like, they can't win with a touchdown at that point. They have to tie with a touchdown.
Josh Flowers out here with running back. He'll take the snap. Looks like he wants to go for a deep pass here. Oh, man, wide open guy, missed coverage, and he's able to hang on to it. That'll be a gain of about 15 there. Looks like Davidson guy missed his zone. Deep pass there for Josh Flowers, and that puts Baker pretty close to being in field goal range. About 18 seconds left. Looks like they'll try for one more play before they call a timeout. He'll take the snap here. He's going to throw the ball down to stop the clock.
Coach Colley's halftime meeting is definitely, before, it could have been a little bit about mistakes, could have been a little bit about limiting Josh Flowers, a little bit about getting past his Baker defense, but now he's going to jump on them about these mistakes. The mistakes have piled up so fast for Davidson.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I wouldn't want to be in there during the half.
Might have to sneak a little camera in there to record it.
I don't know if we can show that on the broadcast. Oh, looks like Baker isn't going to bring out the squad here. They're kicking squad here. They're going to try for
I think they're
going to
try one long pass.
A deep pass here.
I think Josh Flowers.
Timeout,
Okay.
Davidson. Looks like they want to change up their game plan.
I think they're going to try one pass, quick pass, long pass, just run straight, throw it. And they're telling Josh Flowers and saying, hey, if he's not open, don't throw the ball, don't get it picked off. This might not be within kicking distance, but I would rather kick the ball in the situation than try a 30-yard pass.
Well, this is that limitlessness Nick Saban was talking about with Josh Flowers. This is a point. If you're playing Alabama football, you got to be able to perform in these moments.
So Nick Saban's high praise for Josh Flowers definitely has schools knowing that he is definitely a threat running and throwing the ball. So the Davidson's definitely all hands on deck while they're stopping these points. They have to stop these points.
Teams will come out here. I noticed the student section was looking kind of empty over there, but then I looked over at the concession stand over there. I was like, oh, I understand. They serve those Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches. Those are pretty delicious.
Not going to lie, I could go for one right now.
Might have to slide down there at halftime, right, guys?
Josh Flowers out here. Looks like they'll keep the same formation. Motion the slot guy across. Davidson able to collapse the pocket. Josh Flowers is going to keep it. Oh, my gosh, big hole there. Davidson's going to have to make a big tackle here. They're not able to bring him down, but they'll bring him down at the 3. Time will run out.
And Flowers is tackled.
That was a heart-beating play there from Davidson. Man, that would have been a crusher. All right, looks like the teams will come out here for something happening on the field. Looks like they're changing the. Some miscommunications on all sides. We were headed to halftime. The team was headed to halftime. The band was headed to halftime, but the rest were not. But what they say goes. So coming out here with 1 second left, which really unfortunately gives Baker a huge chance to score here. Coach Colley has got to be mad on that sideline.
Right, for sure. Baker's coach told the rep, hey, if he gets down at time, I want this timeout. That's commonplace. That happens every game. But Coach Colley was trying to get the Warriors off the field. He did not want this field goal to happen.
Looks like their kicking squad's going to come out here. There we go. The whistle here. Bring out the snap. Snap is up, or the kick is up, excuse me. And it was good, bringing the score as we go into halftime. Baker 13, Hornets 6. All right, and we'll go to halftime here for a show with our band. See you in the second half. That was
noticed you changed it in the middle of it. Just getting late and all. I was like, yeah, I see.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, we proudly present the pride of Baker High School marching band under the field direction of Andrew Bowes and Tyler Mason. This evening, the Baker Band will be performing its 2022 halftime program entitled It Was All a Dream. This program includes music from Phil Collins, Daft Punk, Imogen Heap, and a million dreams from the musical The Greater Showman, which will feature soloist Michael Oliveira on mellophone. Drum majors, is your band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Baker High School marching band.
Welcome back to the second half of this Baker-Davidson game. You know, it's got a lot more humid out here. The sky's dark. We got the Friday night lights growing. It's a bit artistic, you know, maybe a Van Gogh painting. But team's coming back out here for the kickoff. Baker gets the ball. That's really not good for Davidson. You know, the 13-6 game. They really need a drive here.
Right. I mean, Davidson's got to stop him the first drive. To start the tempo is a game. It's definitely a half-defining drive right here for Baker.
Here comes the kick. Baker's got one guy back to receive. It'll bounce to the end zone. They'll take a touchback.
And that's yet another touchback for the Longo. Set up 1st and 10.
What are some things, Robert, that Davidson has to do this half to come back into this football game?
Well, Davidson obviously has to complete these tackles because that was what was hurting them big time in the first half. Missing those tackles or even having a chance to bring the man down earlier, but they don't have a chance to, is what's hurting this team defensively, and it's kind of crushing their spirit because it feels like their players are stronger than them, and I feel like it's affecting them mentally.
That's a great point. The Baker offense is definitely whatever they want to do that last quarter. They did whatever they wanted to do.
I agree with you. It feels like that Baker's just getting what they want at this point.
And here comes the quarterback, who we've said his name a lot over the past half. Probably don't need to say it again, but I will. Josh Flowers. He'll fake a handoff, excuse me, but he'll get no gain there. Good stop by Davidson. Able to collapse the pocket and keep that option play from getting any traction.
And that's where Davidson's going to succeed, is getting to the quarterback fast and holding him. If you're not going to make the tackle, at least hold him long enough for someone to come help you make the tackle.
They'll motion the receiver across. They'll drop it over to him. He'll try to cut inside, nowhere to go outside, but nowhere to go inside either. Tackle by number 99, James Williams. That'll bring a loss of 1 here, bringing up 3rd and 11. Davidson able to bring a 3 and out here, maybe. That would be really helpful.
They must have heard you about being quick, Jaden, because James had just went through that line of scrimmage as quick as he can and brought down.
Yeah, that's the key. That the line of scrimmage is where the Davidson team needs to win. They have to win at the line of scrimmage. They can't lose these line battles.
Looks like Baker wants a pass play here. Josh Flowers changes his mind. He's going to try to run for it, but Davidson able to stay on top of him. Josh Flower got sacked there. Number 99, James Williams, able to hop on him again. Big stop there from Davidson coming out. And, you know, I said I wouldn't want to be in the locker room for that halftime Coach Colley talk, but looks like he gave him some new heart here.
Coach Colley definitely inspired his team already. You could just tell the difference. Davidson's playing with a little bit more intensity. The defense looks like their first quarter defense is more of a team-oriented defense. What did you see this drive, Robert?
Oh, what I saw is Davidson's just coming out hot. They're trying to do whatever they can to stop Baker from scoring. And if they stop him right now, they have great field position.
I agree. The limited amount of punts we've seen from Baker, they haven't been great.
Well, he's going to have to give this one some air here. He'll get it to about the 45. Bad bounce. Good for Davidson.
That's terrible. That was a terrible punt. It would have been a good punt if it was on the 1 yard, the opposing 1 yard line. It had backspin to it. That punter definitely just put Davidson in prime field position. That's pretty much an interception.
Yeah, prime field position for Davidson, but they've got to be able to hold on to the ball. You can't get down to the 10 there and lose it like they've been accustomed to this past half.
I mean, we know Davidson's kicker's got a leg on him. We know he does, and this is definitely field goal range for a decent kicker. So Davidson at this point, honestly, play conservative, get these 3 points if anything. Go for the touchdown, obviously, but don't do anything dumb. Don't lose the ball. Don't lose yards.
Bryce Fick lining up about 5 yards behind. He'll hand it off to Derek Butler. He's going to run to the outside. Baker able to get to him fast enough for no gain there. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Now what I noticed, I think both teams had just now figured out each other's run offense, and now it's going to be a battle trying to get past that line of scrimmage if both of the teams have figured each other out.
That's a great point. As we see Davidson get stuff too. I mean, that last Baker drive was real tough, and now we're seeing Davidson, even though it's only been one play, it's looking like a similar route to the Baker drive.
Davidson will bring the same formation out here. They'll snap the ball. This time Bryce will keep it. He'll roll back, and back some more. Guy in his face. Threw the pass there, but was more trying to get the ball off before a sack. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
That was a great decision. That sack would have took them out of field goal range completely, even for an NFL kicker. That sack would have been 20 yards. What a play by Bryce Fick to just not go down with the ball.
Yeah, O-line's got to give him some time back there. Josh Flower, who's been throwing some passes this game, he's had a lot of time in the pocket. Bryce Fick, even though he's rolling out, he's got to have some more time to get that ball off.
So Bryce Fick has had no pocket presence at all this game. His very limited passes that he has thrown, none of them have been in the pocket, I don't think.
Take the snap from under center here, toss it back to Derek Butler, but he's going to hand it off to number 6, and he's got a wide open field back there. He'll get the 1st down and a tiny bit more there. Big 1st down there from number 6, Quinteris Wheeler. Man, that was nice. Exactly what Davidson needed. Looks like we're going to go down here to the sideline again to get some insight down on the sideline. Take it away.
After a surprising finish to our first half, when they added a second, allowing the Baker Hornets to receive a field goal, our Warriors are getting really excited for this second half to catch back up. Our student section is cheering them on, and after a great performance by the Sound of Mobile band, we are getting ready for our second half. Thanks. Thanks so much, guys. Back up to you, Stephen.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kendall. You know, lots of emotions out here on this field tonight, and that 1 second by the referees, it did hurt Davidson. Davidson's going to bring out the same play here again, but it won't work out how they needed. He'll hold on to the ball this time, though, which is good. I also like what you said about the band. Amazing performance there during the halftime. And even the band and the cheerleaders, you know, there's multiple factors in this game that you got to take into consideration. You don't just have 2 teams out there on the field. You have the band and the cheerleaders and the fans. Hopefully all that can mix together to bring Davidson some force that they need to beat out this game.
Right, the atmosphere of a game is always a big factor, especially when you're going into like an NFL game or a high-profile college game. You know, the New Orleans Saints, whenever they play, the Superdome gets so loud that the opposing team can't even hear their play sometimes. And I'm not saying that's happening right now, but the atmosphere is definitely always a factor.
Looks like there's going to be a flag on Davidson. False start. That'll back them up 5. That's going to hurt. They're going to have 3rd down and in a downtown if we were playing basketball.
But speaking of time, we do need Davidson to slow down and try not to rush so they can advance down the field, so they can get Baker to play at their own pace and make Baker try and commit some mistakes.
Right, football is a long sport. You know, you don't have to score in 2 minutes. Davidson has a 7-minute quarter right now, plus the other 15 minutes of the next quarter. They could just chew the whole clock if they really needed to score this touchdown. I mean, the only stopping them is the down and distance. If they can't get that 1st down, then they're going to turn the ball over. But the time is no constraint right now.
Yeah, guys, do you think Davidson's going to come out here with a run to maybe try to give Jonah DeLonga some cushion on his kick, or maybe try for a deep pass for a surprise touchdown here?
I wouldn't say a deep pass. I feel like they'd go for a medium throw pass so they can at least put Jonah DeLonga in a range that he feels comfortable at so that he's able to get 3 points on the board.
All right, a medium pass would be good, but I'm leaning toward a run just to get a couple extra yards, just to hopefully just make it a little more manageable.
Looks like Bryce Fick will line up 5 yards behind the center again. He's going to roll out looking for a pass. Throws a deep ball. It's going to be a bit behind. Looks like some contact there between the receivers, but I think the refs called it uncatchable, which it was a pretty high pass. That'll bring up 4th down. Looks like Davidson will bring out the kicking squad here.
I think you were spot on with that, Stephen. I think it was exactly what happened. I think it was pass interference, but I also think the pass was uncatchable as well.
Joe DeLonga out here with a big kick. This could really help Davidson, but it is a long way to go. Kick comes here. It's got some nice movement on it, and it looks like it'll be good. Big kick there from Joe DeLonga. And finally some life coming into that student section. We heard the screams there. That'll bring the score to Baker 13, Davidson 9, with 7 minutes and 12 seconds left in the third quarter.
That's exactly what Davidson needed. Those 3 points are crucial at this point. They needed points. They had to. They had to bounce back after that horrible ending of that first half. That first half was it was demoralizing, honestly. If I was on the Davidson team, I would, the defense worked so hard to get this team to only score, 7 points at that point, and the kickoff team gives up the ball again. They have to go back out there. It's just, this 3 points and this drive right here is real crucial to Davidson's game.
It really is. Their defense needs to come back like how they came out in the beginning of this third quarter and come out hot, come out attacking Josh Flowers, because obviously it looks like Josh doesn't know what to do when he sees our big guys come towards him and pressure him, so he's not able to either run or get off that ball out of his hands.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm not Josh Flowers' size or athleticism, but if I saw number 99, James Williams, running at me, I think I'd get a little nervous too.
I say a big guy like that will make anybody nervous. I don't think anyone wants to get hit by him.
I get nervous when I'm standing in the lunch line near him, man. He is huge.
DeLonga on the kickoff for the Warriors.
Kick here. Baker has one guy back to receive. Davidson trying something a little different here. But it'll go back just the same, and looks like he'll try for a touchback. Oh, never mind. Baker's going to pick it up on about the 1. There's a couple holes he could shoot through, but Davidson's able to bring him down at about the 20. Heads-up play from Davidson there. Could have looked the other way, thought it was a touchback, but he picked it up there, and they were able to bring him down.
It looks like there's some type of strategy that they're doing from kickoff in order to get great field position and put Baker as far as possible so they don't advance down the field in timely fashion like they've been doing in the previous half.
Here comes Baker's offense again at about the 20. Not great field position for him, but we've seen him fight from further back.
If Davidson get another 3 and out here, this is another great field position to have.
Looks like Josh will motion a guy to his side. Take the snap here. He's going to fake the handoff and take a hole, but another good tackle from James Williams right there to take him down. Looks like Baker got to lose his helmet. He'll have to come out of the game for a play. Gain of 3 there brings it to 2nd and 7.
Another great tackle by Davidson's defense. They're really, the drives where they're good, and the drives where they're bad, it's not. I feel like Davidson kind of gets in their head a little bit, and when they do something bad, they don't adjust. They just keep doing the bad things over and over again, and that's what we see on these drives from both sides of the ball.
Baker with 4 guys out in the receiver position, but they'll motion one across. Josh Flowers on a quarterback keep here, but Davidson absolutely all over that play. Read it like a book. He's able to get nowhere, if not backwards.
Now it looks like Baker's becoming a little predictable running with Josh Flowers. We have all of our big guys being able to predict where he's going to move, because it looks like Flowers is always going to move to his left. So it's easy to predict on where Josh is going, but we still don't know if he's going to pass or not. But based off these 2 plays, based off his run game, it seems like Davidson has finally cracked the code and feels like rushing him is the best option.
I think Coach Colley right now his game plan is to try to make them pass the ball as they do.
Oh, deep pass there from Baker, and he's got an open field. He's able to cut in some guys. Number 11 back there to stop him, but it looks like he's going to be able – oh, good tackle there by number 11. Shoelaces right there. Man, big gain there for Baker after a big 3rd down for Davidson. They weren't able to hold him. Flip the field on him, bring him down to about the 25.
As I was saying, Davidson's going to make him pass, but in turn, that is exactly what happens. Sometimes you get burnt. And, Davidson's secondary, they made some pretty bad tackling plays, and that one play, obviously the hero tackle, a really great open field tackle, as good as you're going to see it, wrapping him up. And the inevitable touchdown, that was definitely a touchdown.
Yeah, official timeout here will hopefully help Davidson a little bit. You always need a little bit of a break after that one big play. You know, your mind's racing. What did I do wrong there? What do I need to fix? And hopefully the coach will be able to get in there and tell us guys, we got to keep working. This drive ain't over yet.
I think Davidson became too comfortable with Josh Flowers running, so they probably wasn't expecting that pass play. But I feel like Davidson and their team will get their act together and will be able to see, based off what formation that Baker is in, they'll probably guess if he's going to run or not.
This is a must-get stop at this point. After having a really good start of the drive, they give up one huge play. Coach Colley's telling his team right now, look, guys, this is it. This is do or die. If we let them score here, we're going to be on the back foot the rest of the game. We have to stop them, and we have to get some points up on the board this next drive.
All right, and here comes the Davidson defense out here. Need a big stop. Hopefully we can have some guys step up, either on the line or in the backfield if Baker decides to pass here.
Hopefully Baker makes a mistake so Davidson can capitalize on it. That's the story of tonight's game, is that players, the drives have been good, and one team will make a mistake. And if Baker makes a mistake, Davidson needs to jump on it.
Looks like Baker will motion across a guy. He'll fake the handoff. Big hole there again. Davidson able to catch back up with him and bring him down, but not after he picks up the first down and a little bit more. Another breakdown defense there by Davidson. They're going to have to step up their game if they want to stay in the game.
The option's killing them. The second level of the defense, the linebackers, they're biting on the running back, but they know Josh Fick's got the legs to run it, but the last couple of big games they've had was that pass and a couple options where he just holds it.
Looks like they'll hand it off to number 7 here for a run, and he'll zip on in for a Baker touchdown. Man, Davidson's defense looks like they're on the ropes right now, if not out of the ring, but there's always a chance to climb back in, and this game isn't over yet.
I agree with you. Davidson's defense does tend to fall apart after a couple plays. It seems like their guys get tired or something out there, and it's really killing them right now.
Kicking squad out here for Bryant. The kick is up, and the refs will say it's good.
Well, that's definitely what Coach Colley needs to work on this week at practice is consistency. When you're playing good, you got to stay playing good, and when you're playing bad, you got to find the willpower, the mental fortitude to get back up and go back to when you were playing good, and that's what Davidson struggled with this game. That's the difference maker of this game, is that Davidson's good drives, they've outplayed Baker. I think like Davidson's best defensive drives and their best offensive drives have been better than Baker's best drives. But then obviously Davidson's worst drives are just horrific. They've been terrible.
All right, yeah, and Davidson's offense coming off the sideline here. Hopefully, the coaches were telling them, I know we're down a little bit and time is running down on this game, but there's plenty of time, and I think you guys can pull it out. Looks like we'll have 2 guys back to receive, Derek Butler and Quinteris Wheeler.
11 points is definitely not a big lead. It's 2 possessions, it's 2 touchdowns, but that's not impossible for Davidson's team.
The kick, Derek Butler will receive. He's running down. Some good blocks down there, but he's taken down at about the 28.
Butler turns it out to the 28-yard line. What a big 1st and 10, Davidson.
All right, big drive here for Davidson. What do you guys think they're going to really try to attack for this drive?
For more passing plays, because Baker did figure out their run game by now, at least they should have. So we all know that Bryce has great field vision and he has good accuracy. It's just I don't think they want to be able to execute it. So it's all about matter if they want to win this game or not.
Looks like they'll bring Bryce Fick out here under center. 3 guys behind him, no one out to the sides. They'll hand it off to Derek Butler here. He'll try to take it through a B gap. Looks like there's going to be maybe a gain of one. Gain of 1 inch. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The Davidson offensive line hasn't performed as strong as they were the first half. It's not like they're playing bad, but they're not as dominant as they were. We were seeing holes open up for Butler and Fick all first half, and now they're kind of just having to run through the whole defensive line.
Davidson will hand it off to Derek Butler again. He'll have a little bit more success this time, maybe a gain of about 4. Bringing up 2nd down and 6.
Now, I feel like Davidson should really pass on this play because Bryce has proven that he has, like I said before, great field vision and great accuracy. It's just, do they want to use him right now? Which, in my opinion, they should.
Yeah, this is a big play for Davidson. Everyone has got to show up. There can be no mistakes right here. Bryce will line up with 2 guys beside him. Oh, low snap there, go between his legs. He'll dive on it. Heads up play there to make sure Baker did not end up with the ball there. But I believe that will bring out the punt squad and a big mistake by Davidson. Davidson is going to have to stop doing these if they want to be able to even compete in this game anymore.
Man, it hurts to say, but Davidson is really falling apart right now. They have to probably get another second half in order for them to get where they were at the beginning of this half. Probably need another speech to motivate them.
Here comes the punt. Pretty good air on there. They'll back him up. He'll get the ball at about the 43. Here comes the return. They'll tackle him at about the 45.
The 43-yard line to set up 1st and 10.
Now, what I did notice is that Baker's guys are a little bit faster than ours. So I understand trying to stop those guys from getting as many yards as they can. But I feel like with our big dudes and how big their wingspans are, they can definitely grab and make the tackle.
With Bryce Fick, he hasn't had really a pocket presence this whole game. Every time he gets the ball, he runs out of the pocket with it. He just scrambles out the pocket, and that leaves you with little to no blockers. The offensive line are going to be faster than Bryce to get out there and block him. And, I mean, I feel like that's why the passing plays have been. I have a lot of pressure on him.
A little bit of a fumble. Oh, but he's going to toss it out to number 3 running across. Hole there. He's going to slip in between, and there's no guys to stop him. Big gain for 6 there from Bryant. Miscommunication there on the defense. They didn't see the guy coming across. He was able to slip in between our guys in the backfield, and that'll result in another 6. And that's going to put Davidson deeper in the hole. They're going to have to start climbing up if they want to stay in this game.
It really hurts to see Davidson struggle like this, especially after that great defensive first half that they were having. So I don't know what's been happening lately for them to be acting like this, moving slower, not completing as many tackles, and letting guys just run past them. We didn't see that in the first half.
So after that first half, you would think that we were lying about the offensive team of Baker. It was like they scored 13 points, probably should have been 7, but a late mistake made it 13. And you look at this team now, and it's just night and day. Baker went to halftime. They have a fire under them, and Davidson went, and they just lost every bit of good they had in the first half. None of the decent stuff that they were doing in the first half is even remotely happening right now. They've had a couple good open field tackles, which is what they were good at in the first half. There have been plays, the big plays, they don't even touch the guy running the ball. The last 2 touchdowns, they haven't even touched him yet.
Yeah, and with that score there by Baker, that'll bring the score to 27-9 with about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Time is running out on Davidson. Now Derek Butler and Quinteris Reeler back here to receive the kick.
Davidson needs to have a competitive, convincing drive right here. They can't just come in here and be...
Derek Butler looking for a hole. Flag on the play as he got to about the 35. Looked like he had some open field there, just couldn't cut when he needed to.
I said Davidson needs to have a convincing drive this time. They can't come out here and waste a bunch of clock and score like we've said they've been able, like we've said they could do in the past. They can't do that anymore because Baker's going to get the ball and they're going to chew the clock because they're up by more than a mistake will. Like a mistake for Baker right here, if they throw a pick, it's not going to hurt them that much because even if Davidson scores, Baker's still up by 11 points.
18.
Yeah, right now the momentum is definitely on Baker's side, and Baker is using every moment to capitalize off of that. We just need a flip of the script in order for Davidson to finally realize what they're capable of and being able to stop Baker, which we know they can because it's been proven multiple times. They just have to continue it.
Yeah, a hold there on the return will bring Davidson back to the 15. Bryce Fick will hand it off here. Oh, big hole there for the running back. He's going to slip outside and take a big hit against the cornerback, but he'll get some help from another defensive guy. Big run there from Davidson. Hopefully can help him get some momentum here.
And the crazy thing about that run is that with that last mistake on the kickoff, now they're back to where they ran the ball on the kickoff. They barely just made the yardage back.
Looks like they'll keep the same lineup out here. Bryce Fick will take the snap, and he'll hand it off again. He'll try to dive up a different hole this time and make a bit of a gain, maybe 4 yards here, bringing up second down and 6.
Now Davidson's offensive line is doing great right now. They're blocking and they're creating holes for our running backs, but we need Bryce to pass. Our guys are able to get open. So in order for us to get back in this game, we need to at least throw the ball deep, get some momentum going, and let's see what we can do about it.
Yeah, Davidson may be trying to draw attention away from that before they bring out a big pass. Another low snap here. Bryce will keep it. He'll run forward. Big gain here from Bryce, about 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 9. Oh, 7 yards, excuse me, and that'll bring up a first down. Big gain there from Bryce, able to push forward. I got to say, that may be the first Davidson first down I've seen in a while.
It might be the first Davidson first down of the half. I can't remember another one.
Yeah, time clicking down, 45 seconds left in this third quarter. Davidson will try to fit in a couple more plays here. The snap, he'll hand it off to Derek Butler, who will run to the outside. Able to slip in between a nice block. He's being pulled down, but he's able to stay up before he's pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That should stop the clock.
Butler's doing a great job of breaking those tackles. If he's able to do that for the rest of the game, he can definitely get some good yards and advance Davidson down the field.
Butler has definitely been the shining light of this half so far. Even after a horrible third quarter, Butler's been getting decent yardage. If they bounce it outside with him, he's been getting his yards. The offensive line, if they step up, they might just be able to run this ball home a couple times.
Snap here, he'll hand it off again. Oh, another big run, able to slip through some holes. Bring a gain of about 13 there, bringing another first down. Davidson on a bit of a run here. Hopefully they can keep with it, not make any huge mistakes. They really got to get down there and score.
The offensive line is doing what they're doing. They're blocking and getting enough holes for Butler to run through, and it's obviously working.
Yeah, and that'll bring the end of the third quarter here. Davidson, not a lot of time left to try to get back in this game, but I think they can do it if they just keep pushing like they're doing on this drive.
For sure, they've got to get these 3 and outs on defense. They've got to be aggressive on offense, and they've got to be aggressive on defense. They can't. This game isn't manageable playing conservative anymore. You can't just. You got to take it to them in this quarter. There's only 12 minutes left of football. There's only 12 minutes left. And it's going to be a tough one for Davidson, but they're definitely capable of pulling it out.
Now, I went to the Davidson and Baker game last year, and this is almost an exact replica of what I saw last year. Davidson was able to get points on the board, but during time, they completely fall apart and just let Baker run all over them.
And, as we talked about before, earlier in the game, we might just have the simple case of stamina. Davidson might just be gassed. Their defense might not be able to keep up with the offense, which is something that it does happen. It's pretty common in lower tier football, high school, and not like Power 5 colleges. it's hard to play 4 quarters of football. There's a whole lot of football to play. And it is tiring on the body. Davidson's defense might just be tired. They might not have nothing left in the tank. But I guess we're going to have to find out with this last quarter, huh?
Davidson really liking Bryce Fick back 5 yards behind with 2 guys beside him. 3 guys on the line. Or 2, excuse me, 1 off. Bryce will take the snap here. Hand it off to Tremaine Barnes, but the ball will pop up and Baker able to hold on to it, and he's still moving. They can't bring him down. Bring the ball to about the 40. I got to say, man, with each passing moment, I'm seeing the nails and I'm seeing the hammer.
Yeah, Davidson is just completely falling apart right now. I don't know if they want to win this game at this point, because it looks like they're playing pitifully right now. All these mistakes that they've been doing this entire game is not good for them right now.
Yeah, and sometimes those mistakes are ones you just can't, like the ball popping out, you got to hold on to it, but you just got to try to work against them and hope maybe the next drive, a couple fast scores here, they can get back in this game. And number 8, Josh Flowers out here.
One thing's for sure is that Davidson Monday is going to have track practice, because the mistakes are one thing, but the heart being shown is it's not that they're not giving effort. It's that this is just a different Davidson team than we saw before. The first half was full of energy, full of life, and this Davidson team is it's mistake after mistake.
Looks like he's going to try for a pass here. Deep ball there. Baker guy down there, and he almost held it in. Couldn't wrangle it to his chest. Big drop there. That could have really hurt Davidson.
That was a horrific drop. That was awful. That was
right in his hands. Perfect pass there from the prospect, Josh Flowers. And yeah, I agree with what you're saying. You may get the text from coach, bring your tennis shoes, because we're running.
Especially now, that was a kick in the jaw for Davidson. That play was so perfect. Such a great pass. He just didn't catch it, and now Davidson's like, well, we just gave up a touchdown. I mean, it didn't count for points, but everybody here knows that should have been 7 points or 6 points.
Yeah, but those are breaks you're going to have to capitalize on. Looks like Josh Flowers will try to keep it here. He'll cut inside, get behind a few Davidson guys, but they'll bring him down at about the 20. Big gain there from Josh Flowers.
This Davidson defense just does not have the intensity that we saw before. Not even earlier in the quarter.
You are absolutely correct. I agree with you. There's no intensity, and it looks like there's no heart being shown when they're playing defense.
Josh Flowers lines up here. 1 guy beside him, 4 receivers. He'll motion 1 guy across. Play action screen here. He'll try to slip in between 2 defenders, and he'll get a pretty good gain there to about the 10.
Pass is complete from Flowers.
Now, Baker players are really shifty. They are able to move around our players very easily. So we got to find a way to trap those players so they won't be able to get around them or even through our guys.
Right, they are very explosive. Their acceleration is great. You see them catching them. That's why they run so many wheel routes and screen plays, and they get the ball back there and they just explode. Their acceleration on the max speed is fast. They get past the defensive line and the linebacker fast.
Looks like they're going to fake the handoff here. Wide open guy, missed coverage there. That will result in a touchdown. Big pass there from Josh Flowers. Showing off his arm a little bit. Looks like Davidson misread the offense, I guess. That'll give Baker 6 and bring out the kicking squad.
Definitely blown coverage, definitely.
Now, it feels like Davidson mistakes are easily preventable. It just doesn't seem like the guys or the players or the coaches know how to do it.
Just stuff you got to work on in practice. Here comes the kick. And they'll say it's good. Davidson will get the ball here. Down 34-9. 10 minutes, 30 seconds left. There's a chance they can always come out, get a quick touchdown. Baker turns the ball over, and Davidson is right back in this game. But You think maybe Coach Colley uses the rest of this game as a teaching moment for his guys to try to work on the mistakes?
I mean, the first 2 games should have been a teaching moment. I mean, our players aren't that bad. It's just the sense of execution that they are not getting correctly.
I think Coach Colley's probably looking at this team and saying, I think he's not going to give Coach a coaching moment per se. I think he's looking at the leaders of this team, and he's not saying it out loud, but he's like, if y'all don't step up at this time and just get the team rallied up, win or lose at this point. I mean, this game is as virtually impossible a win as you could get from the momentum shifts in this game. But if the leaders don't step up on this team, this team is never going to win this game.
Looks like Quinteris Willer will grab this one. Coming down, found a nice little hole there. He'll go down at the 30. Big drive for Davidson. Every drive is big. This one, big with a capital B. I think if Davidson can't score on this one, it's not looking too good for him.
This is going to be the ultimate test of Davidson's heart if they come out here and they play well in this drive and they can finish this game out strong. I mean, there's hope, there's salvageable leadership, and it's going to be so much better to go finish this game strong.
Looks like they'll hand it off again here. He'll take the gap, maybe get a gain of about 2.
And I think at this point, you might as well just pass the ball. Like, not even your game plan. It's not that it hasn't worked, because Davidson, the running game has worked for the most part. They just make stupid mistakes to get out of it.
I agree with you. I think it's all about timing, and right now Davidson is using their plays at the wrong moments. They should use running plays when they feel like they know they can get a first down, and they should use passing plays on when they know that Baker is just going to come at them and stop them at the line.
Low snap here. Looks like Bryce Fick will try for a pass. Looks like the receiver or Bryce Fick had some miscommunication, didn't know which way the route was going. That'll be overthrown, bring up third and 7. You got to think after that, maybe the coaches don't have too much faith in the passing game. That's why they're really trying to stick with the run game.
Well, I mean, now that this game is winding down and the momentum is clearly not with Davidson. No way.
I agree with you.
The passing game, even as you were saying, the learning situation, maybe you just work this passing game in a real game. I mean, at this point.
And I think that was the first time we saw Bryce Fick really stay in the pocket. Bad snap here, but he's able to recover it. He's going to try for a deep pass. Receiver tried to jump back but couldn't hold on to it. That'll bring up 4th down. Looks like numero uno, Jonah DeLonga, is going to come back on the field to punt the ball away.
It feels like Davidson is just lost right now. They don't know what to do. In the beginning, they had a perfect game plan to stop Baker. As you saw from the previous score, it was low, but now they're just letting it spiral out of control, and it feels like they don't know how to stop Baker, and they don't know what to do and how to execute it the perfect way.
The only aspect of salvageable football that Davidson has played is Derek Butler. He's been the only decent player on Davidson this half. The centers miss snapping balls, and that's not really to blame Bryce Fick for that. It's not his fault that the ball's hitting the ground before it hits him. But, I mean, the passes he has gotten, he hasn't made the best decisions, the 1 or 2 he's gotten. And that overthrow was miscommunication and stuff. And the defense has been terrible.
Yeah, with a bit of a missed snap there, Jonah DeLonga didn't have much time to get the ball off. But Baker at the 40, amazing field position to add to the cushion of their lead here. Josh Flowers coming out here to lead his guys to what he hopes will be another 6. Davidson, of course, hopes not. Maybe these leaders we've been talking about, like James Williams, they'll be able to show up and maybe put some heat on Baker this time. Looks like Baker will hand it off and he'll bounce out to the outside. Get 9 yards here, maybe 10. Not enough for the first down, though.
First down for Baker.
Oh.
Robert, what do you think Davidson's going into next practice? And what do you think they're going to their focal points? Really, what do you think they're going to work on this week in practice going up to the next game?
Honestly, I feel like they should focus on passing because I know their guys are able to get down the field and get great field position. It's just they aren't using it in real game situations. They're probably using it at practice, but they aren't using it right now.
Josh Flowers will keep the ball here, bouncing in and out some guys. He's got some room in the outside, and he'll take a cut and go in for another touchdown. I got to tell you guys, Josh Flowers is looking like a college-level quarterback right now with these bounces and cuts and stuff. The Davidson guys just can't keep up with him.
Hey, just off this play, I feel like Josh Flowers would definitely be a force in the SEC if he commits to Bama.
Definitely, given the right coaching under Nick Saban or any other college he goes to, he could be a big player in college football.
He's made some good throws, and he's made some bad throws, but he's shifty. Like his feet are great. And I mean, you put him in an option team, maybe not Bama, but someone under Lane Kiffin or someone, an offensive-minded coach. Yeah, I think he'll be a great quarterback. A lot like Lamar Jackson.
And another great attribute of Josh Flowers is his decision-making. He knows when to pass and he knows when to run. And I feel like that's what's hurting Davidson because Bryce doesn't know when to make the correct moment.
Right, and we saw Baker's coach early in the game get on to Josh for not being in a pocket pass, not staying in the pocket long enough. And he's made the adjustment. He stayed in the pocket whenever he's passing the ball, but that hasn't stopped him from putting up great numbers.
And with that score from Baker, that'll bring the score to 41-9 with about 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Davidson will come back to receive this. I feel like I've said that a lot. Davidson coming back to receive. Miscommunication there by Davidson on the pickup. I can't tell who landed on it. Baker's pointing towards their side, but
Kickoff is returned up to the 25-yard line. We'll set up 1st and 10.
referees are calling a Davidson ball. Big break there for Davidson after a fumble and a guy able to keep his head up and jump on top of it. Yeah, I got to say, Davidson, this has been a game of mistakes for them. They've had some good plays, but you just can't. A lot of these mistakes have been just crucial.
This is one of the worst halves of football that anyone has ever seen. I mean, defense has been terrible. They just booted a special teams kick, being selfish on who wants to get the ball. The offense has been stagnant. The only 3 points they've gotten is because the defense actually played good for one drive, got a good field goal, and kicked the field goal.
Looks like they'll call a timeout on the field here. Yeah, Jaden. I mean, you're being pretty on the nose here, but sometimes you got to do that. I mean, you sound probably about like what Coach Colley is going to say once they get out of this game,
Talking about the locker room, I do not want to be on the bus. That'd be the worst place.
Yeah, it'd be a real quiet ride home. Probably take yourself a nice nap.
I know they definitely are grateful for this 3-day weekend, so they do not have to hear from Coach Colley.
Oh, looks like Davis is going to bring out a new quarterback here, number 16, Hudson Spivey. I was talking to Hudson earlier today. I got a lot of classes with him. He said he's ready to show up in these big moments. He's maybe give Davidson a new life here. They'll line up under center. Hand the ball off. Big hole there for the running back. He's going to take a nice cut. He's got a lot of room out there, but a big open field tackle there. Man, I think they're bringing out the second strings here for Davidson, but they are showing up right now after a big play right there.
And this is exactly what we were talking about a minute ago. The Davidson's team just lost the will to fight those last couple drives. First play that you have these guys out here that want to prove themselves. They're hungry for playing time. They have, a 25-yard run, something like that? And I mean, it's the heart. They need to show heart. And this game was not impossible to win 15 minutes ago.
Spivey will take the snap again, another handoff to 23, and he'll take another nice hole. Man, I haven't seen this part of Davidson since maybe about the first quarter. Adding some excitement to the game. pretty late, but it's nice.
Maybe this is what Davidson needed, taking our starters out the game. Our seniors, they can get pretty gassed easily. So adding some new light, putting in our second screen, they can probably make a difference, even though there is time left on the clock.
Spivey under center again. He'll hand it off to number 36, the fullback this time. That's enough for a first down.
This offense just looks so much better right now with the second string in.
But the result is the Warriors are covered and have a first down.
Davidson moving the ball here like I haven't seen him move it before. New life. This is pretty exciting.
Well, there's a couple things for sure. Next practice is going to be a track practice, and the rest of the week is going to be a positional battle for some of these guys because, you know, as much as Bryce Fick is a great quarterback and as much as, you know, maybe not Derek Butler having a problem, but the guys in right now are showing heart in the face of insurmountable odds. And Bryce Fick was, you know, lackluster and the fumbles and all of this. Maybe Coach Collin needs to relook at some of the roster and say who's going to give me the best performance out there.
I agree with you.
I don't know if we'll see it, but I would like to see a pass play from the new quarterback here, just to see if they're prepared to do it, or if he is, excuse me. He'll hand it off again to 23. He'll bounce outside, take a cut inside, another one. I think that'll give him enough for a first down. Davidson really moving the sticks here. Kind of looks like Baker's on their heels against the second strings.
It seems like our second string are a lot more shifty and are able to beat Baker at their own game. As we've seen Baker, they are using their shiftiest players to get down the field. It looks like Davidson needs to start using that more often.
Yeah, looks like they'll switch the fullback coming to the left a little bit. Maybe a new play coming up here. Hudson will toss the ball back. Couldn't get any gain on the play. Baker was on top of him. Loss of about 1.
No gain.
I would also like to see a play action pass here. I think that would work phenomenally. And I want to see this quarterback do what he's going to do. You know, mine as well in this situation. I mean, they're having the best drive they've had since that one good drive they scored a touchdown on before.
Yeah, bring out a little play action and have a guy going out a screen route right there. Just see what they can do. Looks like they'll put him back under center again. Oh, he'll play action it. Big call and a screen pass. Tried to go for the stiff arm, just missed him. Good pass there for a gain of about 6. Bring up 3rd and 5. And I got to tell you, man, we may need to go to the casinos tonight. That was a good call from us.
I feel like another great point that needs to be brought up is that Davidson's not utilizing all their players, at least to their full potential. At least with Bryce, yes, we know he can run, but we need to see if he can still pass. And as we see with our second string, we know that he can, you know, get the plays done, hand the ball off fine, but we need to see if he's good enough in these late game situations.
But I say Davidson has this run and gun offense. It's either they run outside the pocket with the quarterback or just run the football, play action pass. I don't think Bryce Fick is much of a pocket quarterback anyway to begin with. But maybe you need to implement that some. I mean, as me and Steven just said, I mean, if we're predicting the plays, then Baker's predicting the plays. Like, it's either a run inside, a pitch, a screen pass, or a play action pass. That's all it is with Davidson at this point.
Yeah, but at the high school level, you know, you aren't bringing out these 30-page long
no, of course
playbooks.
Not, of course
but
not.
Hudson will line up under center again. He'll hand it off to 23. He'll bounce outside. Pretty good bit of room. Nice blocking. He'll get a gain of about 15 there. Man, I'm seeing a life in Davidson, and it's got my heart pumping, you know.
I think we'll see more of 23 in the future, maybe the near future. I think next game, I don't think he's going to start. I think Derek Butler's had a great game, even though Davidson's gotten thrashed up to this point. I think Derek Butler's had a great game, but number 23 is having a drive, one of the best drives of the game for any player on both teams.
Able to bounce in and out. And I can't tell if we've brought in any new guys on the line, but maybe some new blocking. Won't be able to get anything there. Baker will stop him in his tracks. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. I got to tell you guys, if they score right here, these first stringers may be buying them some pizza afterwards or something, saying, you kind of gave us a good little image there as we ended.
I agree. I think it's a little, position battles happen in the preseason, the summer, and I don't think they're going to.
Looks like he's going to drop back for a pass. He'll go off to the screen guy. He'll take a big hit down there, but a flag back there.
I don't think they're ever going to change Bryce Fick out of quarterback. I think he's going to be their starting quarterback for the year. But this is promising for Davidson. Their second team, they're obviously going to be younger than the starters. And they're playing at a varsity level right now. I'm sure some of these guys are on JV and they got called up to fill the roster. That's high school sports. But these guys are playing great.
Yeah, roughing the passer call there, give Davidson some extra yards after that good completion there from Hudson Spivey. First and goal here for Davidson. First scoring position we see Davidson in quite a while. Looks like they'll keep that same lineup. Man, it's been working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Here comes a snap. He'll hand it off to number 6, Quinteris Wheeler. He'll drive in for a little bit of a gain.
Number 6, Q Wheeler on the run for a gain of 2. Make it
Now this is making me wonder, if Davidson's second string offense is performing as well, what about their second string defense?
I was just thinking that. What if the second string defense brings some life into the team? I mean, at this point, being down by as much as they are, this game isn't going to change. We might score, we might get the ball back and score again.
Davidson will hand it off, but they'll get stopped in their tracks again. Maybe a loss of yardage there. Bring up third and about 4 to the goal line. I'd like to see another one of those little screen passes. I think we could probably get 6 off of that.
Are you going to get screen pass this play, Steven?
I think I am. I'll put some money on it. I think it would be nice to let these guys have a chance at scoring here.
I think you're right.
Oh, but it looks like I was wrong. They hand it off to number 23. He'll get in the end zone for a touchdown. Second string. Nice run there. And sorry, we didn't have his name on our depth chart, but he's coming in and balling. And Hudson Spivey out there, celebrating his touchdown with probably his partner in crime, number 23. Man, we're hearing the band play. We're hearing, the student section cheer. Here comes the kicking squad out here, which we haven't seen in quite a while.
If having our first string in for the entire game is really worth it. I feel like we should have our first string in the game for, a little bit. If they can score, that's fine, keep them in there. But for times like this, where they can't score for a minute, putting in our second string would not be a bad option.
Add some versatility to your offense. I get what you're saying. With that score, it'll bring the score, Baker 41, Davidson to get back in this game. Baker will take a cut there. Davidson finally able to bring him down at about the 43.
And to be fair, a promising drive.
Yeah, it looks like we are bringing out some new guys here. We don't see James Williams on the line. Some new faces out there, new numbers. Let's see what they can do here.
I'm genuinely excited to see this drive.
Looks like Baker will bring out their new guys too. Josh Flowers is not in the game anymore. Man, a great blitz there from Davidson. They'll get the guy back, bring him down for about a loss of 5. Look at them. They're pumped up out there, man.
And, I mean, not only are smaller people probably faster than the bigger people, just generally speaking, these guys they have fresh legs. They're not tired. I'm sure James Williams is gassed right now. 3.5 quarters of football especially the D-line, that's tiring.
And again, they'll stop him in his tracks for a gain of about 1.
Number 58, Tim Stosher.
Yeah,
Number 58 really showing up out here.
So at the moment, it stands that Davidson's a one-trick pony. They're a run game. And that's nothing to do with Bryce Fick's incapabilities. It's just the game plan for this week and the play calling by Coach Cawley. That doesn't mean next week they can't come out here and be a decently passing team.
Davidson finally brings it down with about a gain of 5. That'll bring the clock to 1 minute, 10 seconds. I don't think we'll be able to see the Davidson offense line up here again, but I'd like to say this game, the first half was a good showing of both sides. Second half, Baker really showed up. Davidson, had some struggles, but we got to see a glimpse of Davidson's future, and I got to say I like it. I mean, these guys have some mentorship to go through still, and they're not playing the Josh Flowers, but I think Davidson has a bright future ahead. Baker getting a first down there.
Right, and I mean, we might be being a little harsh on Davidson's defense, right, guys? I mean, there are teams that are just going to expose defenses that make mistakes. And Josh Flowers is obviously one of those players that's going to expose a defense.
Looks like the clock is going to wind down here. Baker's not going to pull out a fake kneel and bomb it like I would have liked to see. But, with the clock counting down, we have the score. Baker 41, Davidson 16. Both sides showed up in different places today. Davidson made some mistakes. Baker will take a timeout here to, I guess, change up something, or
kind of an unnecessary timeout, isn't it? Like,
maybe they wanted their student section to be able to finish their chant. See a lot of fans exiting the stadium here, getting ready to shoot on out, get on home on this Friday night. I got to say, I'm ready to wake up tomorrow and watch some college football for week 1.
It's going to be a great weekend for college football. It's a great weekend for football in general. Josh Flowers put himself up a stat line, 700 yards, something like that.
Yeah. Looks like Davidson will keep the same guys out, lining up. Quarterback will line up in the kneel position, I do believe. And they're going to kneel to run out the clock here unless the refs want to put another second back on the board. And as the time winds down, the Friday night lights are glowing down. Teams will line up to shake hands. We'd like to thank our viewers around the world for tuning into this broadcast with me, Stephen Duke, my partner Robert Hodges, and my other partner Jaden Gainey. That'll be it for the Warrior Built Network. Thank you and good night.